Welcome to the Pandemonium Witches podcast, where the AD is in the HD, the true crime is as scary as the ghost stories, and the hosts are as cunning as foxes. I'm Kat.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Em.
And I'm Meg.
Now on to the show.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, let me see if I can find my shit and make it work.
I got a package.
A package?
Do you want to open it with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Have I ever said no to that?
No. Josh is like, you got a package. Oh. That's a loud noise. She went to Build-A-Bear.
Oh, we love Build-A-Bear.
We believe in the timeless comfort of a teddy bear hug, sharing hugs and stuffing each furry friend with love and our ways of adding a little more love to life. Oh, this is from Rachel.
Yay!
Rachel! Oh my god.
We love it.
It's Oliver.
Oliver? Hello!
It's Oliver. Oh my god, and he's got a cute little...
Oh, does he have a little spooky little thing? He's got a little spooky thing.
And it
Oh,
says,
that's cute.
Hold on, I gotta put it on him. It says coffins, covens, and coffee.
Right?
I gotta put it on him.
Do it.
I am.
Dress the naked guy.
I'm dressing him. Oh, he's so fucking cute. So, I'm gonna talk to the ghouls and goblins listening out there. Guys, we have a mascot. Their name is Oliver. The
Possum.
possum. He's so cute. Joshua, did you know I was getting a possum? You are a lying liar.
An awesome possum.
It's an awesome possum. Look at that.
An awesome possum.
Come here, come look at this thing.
Put on pants first.
Oh, he's wearing his uniform.
Oh, okay. Uniform day. Got it.
Yes, today's uniform. Look at it. It's Oliver.
Very nice.
Isn't he cute? It's got comes
Adorbs.
with a little birth certificate. Okay, completely off topic. We totally derailed, and I know.
Did we rail yet? That's a weird
Oh,
question. Not what.
Meg, I had no idea. Que canine.
It's
My
like being
goodness.
chalant and nonchalant. I am never a chalant human, but I'm often also not a nonchalant human. But I have not chalanted in a very long time. That did not play as well as I needed it to inside my brain.
I'm dead. I am so dead. I love you so much.
This just goes to show that there's literally no filter.
There
That
is
sucker
none.
came directly from brain to mouth.
That is how we do it here because it's full of autism and ADHD. So how are you?
Well, I was great. Now I'm slightly embarrassed for myself and secondhand me.
Slightly mortified.
I mean, it's kind of how I live my life, so yeah,
You
it's
know,
fine.
I mean the usual.
Right?
So we're restarting the podcast. We're doing everything over from scratch.
Yes, we are.
It's great. It's wonderful. We're doing true crime and haunted spooky shit, which is going to be our shtick.
Fabulous.
Everything
Everything is wonderful. Oh my god, and I got a full night of sleep last night, and I've been caffeinated. I have no excuse.
I am not fully caffeinated. And I never get
I mean,
enough
I'm as
sleep.
caffeinated as is fair. Like, I'm as caffeinated as probably legally allowed.
Oh my god. So, we have this beautiful listener story that we got
Yes.
from, I gotta look her up. Hold on, let me see where, she wants to go by a different name. So we're going to call her Tiffany. Tiff for short.
Ooh, Tiff.
Tiff.
Yes.
Tiff. So Tiff.
Hey, Tiff. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Tiff.
Look, geography is not any of my suits, especially not my strongest. I am not cloaked in geographical knowledge.
Oh, she lives in Romania.
Again, I have a vague knowledge of this, which I absolutely love, but also wonderful for the topic.
Okay, so history, great, wonderful. Science, fantastic. I can tell you where the nucleus is of the cell.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
I love you. So she sent us a story from Reddit.
Fabulous.
That she wrote about a rocking horse.
Let's go.
Are you ready?
Let's ride.
Okay.
See what I did there?
I hate you so much. All right. Okay, so I'm opening it up. I have to go. Okay, here we go. Reddit story. We had a haunting. Whatever was creeping around our house had a particular interest in toys, especially my daughter's rocking horse. We got our apartment from a guy who bought it at an auction. The original owners were deep in debt, and the bank took their home. For a while, both my husband and I felt strange there, from hearing noises at night to seeing shadows, to having doors move during the day, but we always dismissed it. My husband worked weekends, which meant that a lot of times my daughter and I would be alone at night on Fridays and Saturdays. Okay, so usual, right?
Yeah, I was like, sounds reasonable.
Right. One Saturday evening, I was folding and putting away clothes in the living room and going from the couch to the closet and back and forth. My daughter's rocking horse was against the radiator. I pushed it out of the way prior. She's playing next to me on the floor. She was 3 at the time. When I reached up to put a towel in the top storage space, I saw with the corner of my eye the curtain being pulled back. Looking...
Sorry, I can't place my face. That was full wide-eyed. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah. Let's go back. When I reached to put a towel in the top storage space, I saw with the corner of my eye the curtain being pulled back.
No.
I mean, at least my ghosts are respectful and they'll do it when I'm not in the room.
Right?
But...
like, we're not sharing space. We can both use it. Just stay in your lane.
Looking to my right, I saw the rocking horse leaned completely to its front side. It took me a few seconds to register the image. Then the horse slowly started rocking backwards, leaning on its backside, pulling along the curtain.
Hi, that's super fun. That sucker was revving up. We were doing a reverse wheelie into a full gallop.
It goes longer. All right. And then I also have an update. Yes. Okay.
Great.
I slowly picked up my daughter and told her that she needs to come with me to check the gas meter outside our apartment. I caught my breath and pondered whether or not to leave. We went back in and I said some Hail Marys, turned up the TV volume, and we ate dinner. I didn't sleep until my husband got home. That sounds like some shit I would do. Like,
just a couple, burn a little pine and be like, all right, whatever it is, it is.
Pale crisp hat, full of Slurpee. My Lord is with thee.
Hallowed be thy pumpkin.
My daughter also had colorful plastic balls. My husband and I were cleaning a week or so after this incident, and I had just moved the toys to a new place. I gathered all the balls and I put them in a tall gift bag and placed them on the closet balcony to prevent them from rolling away, and I closed the door. Logical.
Okay, I had these like plastic play things. We had an entire baby pool full of them when my kids were little. Because it kept them safe and they could play inside of it. So I know exactly what she's talking about.
Like they're like those little.
Like ball pit balls.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we had an entire inflatable baby pool that we used to stick the toddler in, and he would play in there, and it kept him safe. And also, like, who doesn't love a ball pit?
I mean, my friend's dog, but that's just because he's neurotic.
Fair.
Yeah.
And also no thumbs. It makes ball pit ball playing a little bit harder.
Yeah, pretty much. So, oh my god. Okay. I was walking from the bedroom that's connected to the balcony to the top of the living room with some towels. The top towel fell. I crouched down to pick it up, and immediately after getting up, a yellow plastic ball rolled down the hallway between my feet and into the bathroom that was to the right of me.
Okay, first step, we need to check your house for leaning. Second, why is it always the laundry? Why? You need to stop doing laundry. Stop doing laundry.
Stop doing laundry.
Problem. No
there
more
you
laundry.
Go. There you go. I'm sorry, Tiff. You no more laundry for you. Just throw out your clothes.
You're going to have to outsource that.
Yes. Have them go to
or
launder.
Just become a nudist. Either way, we don't judge.
You know, we support all types of people.
Clothing wearing.
Yes. On this house. Anyways. To get an idea, the ball had to travel in a 90-degree angle from the balcony, through the closed door, under the bed. Then I had to turn right to get to the hallway. I didn't know what to do. I just yelled, "Damn it," and walked away.
Ah, damn it.
God damn it. I mean, I've done that too, but that's more like I see Frank do something and I'm like, oh man.
I'll have to clean that up later. Also, I feel like we were in an episode of Dora the Explorer. Over the couch, under the bed, through a door.
Oh my god, Dora does...
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
I started singing, "Oh, where is my hairbrush?" the other day, and I didn't know where that was from, and I didn't realize it was from VeggieTales because that was part of my traumatic upbringing that I removed.
Yep, we sing that one, and my siblings and I do.
I didn't realize that.
That one, or Everybody Wants a Water Buffalo.
Oh my god, I forgot about that one.
I didn't. I tried.
Closed doors would open. We would hear balls rolling around under our bed, plastic bags shuffling, sulfur smell, cold drafts. I thought I was going crazy. My husband insisted that it was just our imagination and we were overthinking things.
God love him, but really?
Oh, bless his heart. He's just a few coins short of a gumball machine.
Yeah, probs.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's just our imagination. Sir, I've been imagining things for years and none of them has been that real.
Okay, I am forwarding this video just so you can see the video of the rocking horse. Just so you can see.
No, there's proof?
There's...
Ma'am. I thought you liked me. Why would you do this?
I do like you. That's why I'm just sending it to you. It's a GIF. It's not a video. Okay. All right. One weekend, we took our daughter to my in-laws because I had to drive my husband to work late that night and go pick him up early in the morning.
Fuck. I don't like that video.
Did you see it? How it's just...
I'm just... That thing's a bobbing and a weaving. They are... Kentucky Derby ready. Yeah, no, thank you.
Nope.
No. Mm-mm. Also, that sucker looks scary as shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like a wooden rocking horse. That's like a legit, like, high quality, like, Victorian rocking horse. No, thank you. Rule number 1 of living in today's day and age, get rid of the old shit.
Right.
If it looks like it could be scary, if it looks like it could stub my toe in the middle of the night, if it looks like it might bend over top of me as I am sleeping, it goes.
Hello.
Hi. Like, if I'm going to hear you creaking as I'm walking around my house, no, the only thing that creaks in this home is me.
Meg, I've come to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
Right? My car's used. It doesn't have a warranty. That's how I know you're lying.
So, she took her daughter to her in-laws, right? He was sleeping in the bedroom in the afternoon. I was drinking some coffee by the kitchen window. It was a warm summer day. The sky was slightly overcast. I heard some rustling in the living room. I peeked in to see towards the right, near the couch, the rocking horse when it suddenly moved. My first instinct was to scream for my husband, but I knew he'd never believe me without proof. It took every ounce of my everything I had in me to grab my phone and start recording, which is the video I sent you.
There's not even like a thing fluttering in that room. And I'm looking, right? Because I'm your human who's like, let me debunk this.
Right.
The window is not open, right?
No.
I'm looking at the video. The window is not open. There are things on the couch that could easily flutter with a gust that is big
Correct.
enough to move this horse as it is moving. The only thing moving in this whole thing, except for her, is that damn horse.
And let me tell you, I watched the first video, which I can't send you because it's end to end.
Totally fine.
That thing is 5 minutes. I watched the whole thing. There is nothing that would have caused it to move because there is no air conditioning conductor in the room.
No.
Okay.
And the radiator's on the other side of the room.
Yes.
And it's not moving the curtain that is sitting there.
I was cowering behind the room corner. My legs were trembling. My hands were shaking, and I caught it. I recorded the horse moving. I got 2 videos before it finally stopped, and I showed them to my husband when he finally admitted that we could call a priest. Note, I'm not posting the video. I'm reading this directly from Reddit. I see it as personal. This is my life. I showed it to the priest. We showed it to a couple of people in our family, but most were skeptical, and I'm not bothered by that. I honestly don't feel comfortable to share it on here. The only people who saw it online are a few close friends that I trust 100%, and this was the experience that deeply affected us on a personal level, and I don't want it to go public or on Reddit or anywhere else. I hope you understand, after the priest did his thing, the whole apartment went dead quiet as if there was constant background noise that just suddenly disappeared. The air was different, the light, everything. Since the blessing, nothing strange has happened, and we still have the rocking horse, but now it's very well behaved.
I just got the worst set of chills. I'm really glad that that was resolved, but good God.
Do you want the update?
Is it that the horse moves again?
No.
Okay, then yes.
Okay. So after we had the priest come by, we showed him the apartment, all activity stopped. The scariest bit was when the rocking horse leaned forward all the way when I was watching it, pulling the curtain along, and my daughter absolutely losing her shit. Do you want to know the best part out of all of this? This is me directly talking to Tiff.
Right.
I asked my daughter if she saw or heard anything strange at night. This is prior to the blessing. She said yes, and I inquired further. She told me that the wolf from her Red Riding Hood would sit at the edge of our bed, where all 3 of us co-slept, and she'd see it when she'd wake up to drink her water in the middle of the night. Apparently, this wolf would tell her to be good and quiet and go back to sleep so she doesn't wake us up, me and her dad. And I asked her if she was scared, and she said no. That is what terrified me beyond words.
Because that thing has some sort of sentience.
Yes.
And I think the sentience is what scares me the most.
I agree.
I'm cool. You want to reverb your energy around this bitch forever? Fine. Like, if you want to walk back and forth because, girl, you had to keep putting away the towels, I get it. It was 1820. Keep walking. But if you're going to sit there and talk to me, like have a conversation, no thank you.
Right. And I mean, like, that's the problem that I've dealt with a lot of times with spirits, is that they would be, I love your jug. Are those books? Is that a juggie?
It is. It was a present. It was a surprise present.
Oh my God, I love that. You have little book nook thingies.
Right? Yeah, it was a surprise gift because somebody thought that I would like it, and he was right.
I love it. I love it. So my whole thing with, like, Sunny and spirits is the fact that most of them are, I give respect to spirits. Honor the dead. Yes, very big thing in my practice, you know that. Because I'm a bruja, right? Neither white nor dark. I very much like. I've met one sentient spirit and I did not like it at all, and it was at Alcatraz.
Oh, no, thank you.
So we're actually going to be covering Alcatraz on the show, like one of the podcast episodes.
Yeah, but I don't want to go there.
No, I am not allowed to go back there. No, ma'am.
No.
But there were some of the things that were said that I don't remember, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I was there. I was present, but I wasn't there. My body was there.
Consciousness is a different
yes
plane. Yeah, no, I get it. This takes me back to when I was in college, stupid college kid. And
like you do.
my dorm was set up in a way that we had suites, right? So it was like 2 of us in a room, a bathroom that we shared, and then 2 of us in the other room. So it was 4 girls sharing 1 bathroom. Ended up being fine, like whatever. My roommate hated her guts. She wasn't a great human. Different story for a different time. And I don't dislike many people, just like be respectful. Right. But the other 2 women that were in the suite were friends of mine, right? We've become friends or whatever. And for some reason, one of them thought it would be a great idea to bring a Ouija board into the space.
No.
Right? And this is before I knew any of this shit, right? Before I knew any of this, but that was a bad thing or blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't know anything. And so the only thing I knew was that we weren't doing that crap in my room.
Right.
Like, that was literally the only thing where I was like, absolutely not my room. Prefer not my suite, not this building. But, like, y'all do whatever. I had it was the craziest experience. B, I think we used it like 4 times. And then after the 4th time, I was like, hi, I'm finished with this game. And it was one of those that, like, when you don't know that you have a connection to other things, which I did not know at the time. I always, you always feel something, right? But then you're like, hi, I'm also crazy. So I didn't recognize that it was like the thing that I had was real. And so we had some very significant experiences when we were using the Ouija board. Like, the 3 of us were using it together.
Okay.
And I remember certain things that, quote, came through or whatever. And to this day, I have never touched one again, honestly.
I mean, fair, because we're both walking Ouija boards.
Right? Like, I didn't know I didn't need the Ouija board to do that.
Yeah.
But it was definitely, like, one of those experiences where I was like, hey, it's a board game, whatever. They sell it at Target. Like, it's cool. No, it's not.
Mm-mm.
It ain't cool. Don't do that. But I do remember it being, like, my very first experience with that side of things where I, like, invited it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely, even not knowing what I know today, I definitely still, set intentions and protections in place unknowingly almost, like just as a natural habit of what I was doing, where I was like, hey, we are only inviting X, Y, and Z. We are only blah, blah, blah. And my friend was like, why are you saying all that? And I was like, it just feels right. Like, let's just do it this way. So I definitely understand, and like things would happen in their room afterwards. And it was not a great space. And when I tell you I kept that sweet door shut for the rest of the semester, 100% did. I was like, I also will not be coming back in here. Thank you.
Jesus Christ. I know I had to go clean up.
Surprise!
Surprise! We're talking to dead people.
And now they show up in my freaking shower.
Oh my God.
Do that.
No.
Don't do that. And they don't know. Like, they have no idea. They don't know that I'm in the shower doing what shower people do. Like, they don't know that.
No.
All they know is that there's water. It's easy to get to me and they want to have a conversation. Look, please wait until I'm in a place where I can have a better conversation with you because I don't have soap in my eyes because you scared me.
My grandmother pops in every time I want to with my husband. Does she not know that's how you have babies? Does she not want
not do that?
Right.
Ma'am, you have however many other, what is the grease thing? You have 23 hours and 45 minutes left in the day. Pick any other time.
Right. Just pick a window here. Come any other time during the day. And so it's been a little awkward. Just a skosh. But mine was... So the only thing that happened recently is I had done a death curse on somebody. They rightly deserved it, Towards the end of it, that's where all of the power is getting pulled out and getting put into the object that I'm using for said curse. Someone came in, took over. I was speaking a foreign language. That was not any language I know.
They didn't have that one on Duolingo.
No, unfortunately not. No. Yeah, dead languages for 1,000 Alex. But
who also is dead.
Get
You
out
know
of,
that?
No! Where? I've been living under a fucking rock. Alex Trebek is dead? Where? Hold on. I've been planning. Okay, look. I was planning a wedding. I was moving. I was getting sober. Hold on.
When you find out when he passed, you're going to be really upset.
I'm going to be very upset. 3 years? Okay, that was right when I was getting sober. November 8th, 2020.
It was 2020, yeah.
I am so sorry. I am so... Stop it.
I mean, you were asking for dead languages. I figure he might be the one to ask.
Yeah,
that's all I was saying.
Let me just pull him up on the skull phone. You know, just
right.
ring-a-ling-ling. No,
Can you imagine?
Huh?
Nothing.
Can you imagine what?
I mean, what kind of trivia he's playing on wherever he is?
I'm pretty sure he's hanging out with. It's Rachel.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure he's up there with like the Dalai Lama and like Einstein and all those other smart people, just hanging out,
shooting the shit,
basking in the glow of the awesome
right
brains. He was a pretty cool dude. But yeah, no. Cool. I had that experience, and like I had to cleanse my house for 2 days. I didn't wake up. Like I was just asleep for 2 straight days because I was so exhausted. But the day after, I opened up all my windows, opened up all, like, the one door I had in my house, but I opened up all my windows. You saw how small my old house was.
I did.
It was tiny.
It was cozy.
It was a house for hobbits. You would have felt out of place, you tall Amazonian woman.
'Twas a cozy dwelling.
For the tiniest of hobbits.
I'm the Gandalf to your hobbit.
You are! You're so fucking tall!
Well, I'm very much an old wizard, so it's fine.
It's fine. That's all right. I'll be the Gimli to your Gandalf. So
I request you change my name in your phone at this moment, just so you know.
To be Gandalf.
Just
I can't, because that my cousin might be angry, because that's my cousin's nickname in my phone, because he has a long gray beard and he's blind.
Oh.
So his nickname is Gandalf in my phone.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he still drives. Anyways, moving on.
Where does he live?
In the middle of nowhere. So he drives an ATV.
Not in my state?
No.
Great. No one can drive here anyways. It's not like I would know.
No, nobody can. Nobody can drive there. They're terrible drivers. But what? Oh God. Trying to think of a time somebody. Well, I mean, there's plenty of times that people used a Ouija board that I told them not to, and I had to like show them how to remove and get rid of it. You don't burn it. No. That is a big no. Big hard no. You have to take the two pieces and separate them to 2 different spots. And you have to move them to 2 separate areas and bury them and forget they were even there.
In hopes of a small, unsuspecting child doesn't dig them up. But children don't play outside anymore, so it's fine.
I mean, yeah, no, they don't. They're too much into their Fortnite and Minecraft.
Look, we love some Minecraft in this house. I'm horrible at it, and I only build things, but I do play that game with my children.
I only play Animal Crossing and Dreamlight Valley.
I used to play Animal Crossing, but I don't know where my thing is. What is it called? The thing you play on?
The Switch?
That. I don't know where that is.
Is it in one of your kids' rooms?
No. Wait, I haven't touched it since we moved. And, fun fact, I bought this house 1 year ago today.
Yay!
Right? But yes, I have not seen it since I moved in here, so I have no clue where it is. It's in a, I assume it's in a box.
In a box that you still haven't unpacked. It's that cursed glass
box. Which is funny, because I don't know where those are. I've done most of them.
Where's your Christmas decorations?
In the Christmas closet?
Could it be with them?
It better not be. I used them this year, so that'd be weird.
We have like two or three boxes of Christmas decorations. We still have to finish going through a bunch of the boxes in the garage. But it's funny because I was right before I was moving here. I was like, no, you can get rid of that. You can get rid of that. And Frank just kind of stood there and he's like, you gonna get rid of me? And I was like, you're dead. I can't just get rid of you. I mean,
trust me, I've tried.
I've tried. I can't.
I tried to release you, and yet you're still here.
All awesome and stuff. He's great. We love Frank. We love Frank though. Frank's great. Frank's fun.
Frank's a real one.
He is. He tells it like it is. He's very, very surly. Is that the word?
Yeah, that's a good word.
Surly. He's kind of like a trucker meets a homeless hippie.
He's a crotchety old man.
He is a very crotchety old man. But yeah, sentient beings. No. I don't fuck with that.
Nope, we did. I remember the one friend was asking questions, and it was something about it. It had said we were talking to her cousin who had passed, which, of course, come on, like, let's be serious here. Be careful. Things can be whoever they want to be, right? It's like moving to a new place. You could, when you die, you can be whatever spirit you want when you come back. In terms of like telling unsuspecting humans what to do. And I do remember like certain things. She had taken her hands off the apparatus that was used to use it. And so I don't know who this human is. I don't know his name. I don't know anything. The other girl who she didn't know either. And we were getting answers that kind of followed or whatever, to the point that she was like, all right, where do I have a picture of you? Where is it? And the thing went to the number 2. And I was like, are there 2 pictures? And she was like, well, I guess, yeah. And so the first thing he said was car. And the second one he said was drawer. And I was like, what the heck? Like, we were freshmen. We didn't have cars.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I have his picture on the dashboard of my car at home. And I was like, creepy. And then she was like, drawer. And it was like bottom. And so we were like, what does that even mean? So she went to the bottom drawer of her dresser at school and pulled it open. And on top of the stuff in her dresser was just a photo of him. And I was like, I believe I'm finished with this game. This has been lovely and fun. Also, I need to go take up religion somewhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna nope right out of here.
Yep. I was like, this was great. And also way too close to home. And I don't know anything about this man or basically you. And I'm good. That was so fun.
Yeah. No, there are people that would contact me personally and be like, I want you to contact this celebrity, or the people that were like contacting like Ted Bundy or something like that. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. No, sirree, Bob.
Love that for you. Call the Long Island Medium. It ain't me.
No, absolutely. Well, she's great. She's fabulous. I love her.
But her rates are probably high enough that she would do it.
Oh, yeah. No, she would definitely. Yeah. But even
right?
She has standards.
Well, of course. I mean, we all do.
I mean, she would never.
I would hope not.
I would hope not.
Granted, yeah, I wouldn't.
You had to think about that.
I was like, is there a number? That's where I brain went. I was like, is there a number? If somebody was like, I mean, there's probably a number, honestly. But I just don't know that I'd ever be comfortable accepting it anyway. So there's a number, but it's also not a number.
Right. Like, you can go as high as you want. Still not gonna... Mm-mm.
I don't think that, no, my soul's had enough issues. I don't need more.
Absolutely. I don't need to cleanse the hell out of my house. I just deep cleaned. I just did the baseboards.
Ew.
You just take you take like a bounce cloth on a Swiffer.
Oh, I know. I just don't like doing it.
Oh.
Look, I just replaced a water heater. Everything in my house is making me angry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but my water's hot now.
That's good. Our
well,
water.
I have to turn it up because, men are wonderful humans. This one was like, I put it at 120 because you shouldn't make it any hotter than that. And I was like, my good sir, I need to feel slightly like I'm scalding off 3 or 4 layers of skin when I shower. We're going to have to turn that up a little bit. He's like, well, I can't really do that, with a right frame of mind. And I was like, luckily for me, I'm a homeowner. I know how to do that.
Just a skosh.
Just a titch. Just a wee bit. Like,
just a
if I can't see the little warm,
steam.
smoky lines when I get in the shower. It's not hot enough.
If my skin does not look like a raisin when I pop out of there,
we're not clean.
We're not clean.
I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. Cleanliness is next to a lot of things. Godliness is not one of them.
Godliness is not one of them. You know, let me tell you, Josh got into the shower with me, oh God, ages ago, and he's just like, she's like,
could we remove the fire of 1,000 suns, maybe? Just take it down to half 1,000 suns?
He's like, how did you know that you were so close to hell? I went, what? And he goes, the temperature of the water. And I was like, this is nice. Like, it feels good on my skin.
Very soothing, sir.
And I need it on my head. It's just...
It makes me feel feelings. Don't judge me.
So he turns it down and it's practically cold. And I'm like shivering in the corner. I'm like...
We're going to need to shower separately, my guy, because one of us uses ice bath water and the other one uses normal water.
And the other one uses normal water. Jesus Christ.
No, thank you. Also, don't bother me while I'm in the shower. That's a me thing. I'm like, seriously. I'm cool. Also, I scare really easily, so if you come in and talk to me, I am going to scream. Every time. If you walk around a corner, I'm going to scream. And it's not like I'm actually scared. I'm just startled. And apparently my startle response is just to open my mouth and make a very loud foghorn type sound.
Right. Rachel got herself a matching possum.
Poss twins.
Oh, we're poss twins. That's cute. No, I mean, like, it's definitely hard with when you see ghosts and you see dead. I see dead people. You see dead people.
Okay. Question for you.
Yes.
How do you see dead people? Because I think you and I see dead people differently.
So it's like, you know, we're in corporeal form, right? Skin, bones, blood, all that stuff. It's like they're in corporeal form, but it's sort of hazy. Like there's a film over it. Have you ever seen Harry Potter and the
Give me a number.
Hold on. Baby. Which one is Dumbledore's army one? Is that the Prisoner of Azkaban? Order of Phoenix. So that's...
First?
No. God, no.
Second? I don't know. Oh, look, I read the books. I didn't do the movies. When Cho's voice went from English or British to American, I was like, I'm out.
Oh, God. I remember that. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is the 5th book.
Oh, God, no, I didn't see that movie.
Okay, so that one is the one where they... Spoilers, if you haven't seen Harry Potter, just skip forward to... I'll put a time right here. 38 minutes and 36 seconds. So there's a part in it where he sees a veil, and it's kind of like water, kind of like waxy.
Right, the one that Cyrus falls through.
Yes. So
I know that one.
Sirius.
Yes, whoever it is. See, I read the books. I didn't watch the movies.
So that's kind of what it looks like on top of them. So I see everything around them as normal, but them as a whole, I see the colors, but they're kind of muted.
Okay.
So when people go, I want you to get specific colors, it's like, I'm trying here, buddy, but they're really difficult for me to get the finite details. So you're going to have to give me a second.
It's like a faded photo. Give me a minute.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, there's that. And then when I hear them, it's not like they're underwater, but it's kind of quiet. It's subdued. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not...
Like a little bit muffled, like you're wearing noise-canceling headphones.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of how I hear and see them. How do you hear and see them?
So, for me, it's like... They don't stand directly in front of me, right? They're not in the room. I don't see them standing in the room. I see them in that space between dream and awake. Mm-hmm. Because I can act like just the way that I access my clairs. It's kind of like a space in between being asleep and being awake. There's like a hole there, right?
There's a pocket.
Like a and so I see them standing in that pocket. And so they're usually off to my right side, up, and I usually get whatever they're doing all inside of there. So I see them as if you would see somebody when you were dreaming. You know how dream people look?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I see spirits as dream people. And so they look like dream people to me. And I hear them as if they're inside my own head.
Yeah, that's how I hear them too.
Yes, so thoughts inside my head, but it's their voice.
Yeah, and it's kind of muffled. It's not really like 100%. Yeah.
Again, it's like they're talking to me in a dream. Like people are to talk to you in a dream. That's how it feels,
Okay.
and that's how I see them. So I don't see them standing in the room in front of me, right? When they come, like I said, when they show up in the shower, it's in that dream space in between where they have no idea I'm in the shower, which is because they're in that space where the veil is kind of thinner. So that's how I see them versus them standing right there and like touching shit.
So for me, because I'm a battery, so I amplify everybody's other things. I'm also known as a beacon, so I'm a lot brighter than most mediums. So I kind of, shine a light.
You lighthouse it. Yeah, you
I
lighthouse
do.
it. You're good.
I do. And it's unfortunate because I can be doing the simplest of shit, like, flicking the bean, and they'll just pop into the room. Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
Yeah, so I got to make sure that
all of a sudden it's a group effort.
Yeah, and no thank you. No, I don't need somebody's dead Nona coming in there telling me I'm going to hell, because I'm diddling my daddle.
I mean, fair. There are a lot of people, alive people that will do that, so we can just not get that from the other side. That'd be great.
It'd be wonderful. Absolutely. But I mean, there are definitely some days where, like today, I had it turned off. I just couldn't. I've been sick I had food poisoning on Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday morning, and then still have a little bit of gas, so I'm hiccuping or burping every few minutes. So I turned it off Sunday morning, and I had it off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now we're into Wednesday. Turned it back on, and Frank's sitting there tapping his foot going, "Do you know how long I've been trying to get in contact with you?" And I was like, "About my car's extended warranty?" And he goes, "Dumbass, no." And he tells me all the stuff that's been going on. I was like, "Oh God, I'm sorry. I was sick and I didn't have the mind space to just deal with anything right now." So there's unfortunately that.
I'm going to say something that might make him mad, but he'll have to deal with it.
Well, he can't hear you because...
Okay. Well, there are other people that do what we do. And if he needed something bad enough, he could have gone and found one of them. Just saying.
Very true. Hold on 1 second. Whenever it comes to like a really difficult spell that she's going way off the rails for, and she's just like, I'll insert some music there.
Elevator music.
Yes.
Hold, please.
So whenever she has some really difficult spell work or anything, she'll give me a call and she'll be like, "I think I'm overthinking this." And my grandmother used to tell me simplicity is key. When you're making salsa, everybody says this. When you're making fruit salad, you have the wherewithal to know tomato does not go in fruit salad, it goes in salsa. Right?
Yes. Also, now I'm hungry. Thank you.
You're welcome. I had tacos for lunch.
Jerk.
I'm making baked
jelly.
Oh. Yeah, my friend bought me tacos. It was great.
Nice.
But I had $3 in Apple Cash and I sent it to her.
This is a Dalapa taco. Enjoy.
Yes. Please, can I have tacos? Thank you. So a couple of months ago, she calls me and she goes, "I'm freaking out." And I said, "What?" "I'm doing the spell. It's not working." "Bring it back." "What do you mean?" "You're going too big. Go small. Simplify." Like, you've seen my altar. It's super simple. It's nothing really big. It's not over the top. It's not like I have all these offerings. It's one candle and one bucket. That's it. Super simple. All of my spells, very simple. Everybody's like, "You're such a complex witch." Really? Not so much. I'm just lazy.
And when in doubt, just go with, like, there's a lavender for everything, right? Like, there's a catch-all herb, there's a catch-all crystal, there's a catch-all candle, like white candle, rosemary. Like, these things can be used for several different things. If you're not sure, if you're worried, just grab the catch-alls and use those because it's about the intention. Those are just the tools that help to amplify what you're doing.
Right. It's just to help.
Yeah. It focuses the intention. It gives it somewhere to sit while it's working, while it's percolating. And I think that that's a very, like, I'm a person who does candle stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. Candles are my go-to. So I'm always the herbs, the crystals, the candle colors. Like, that's my place where I live. And there are certain times where I'm like, oh, I don't have this really specific thing. I'm like, cool, grab some rosemary. Like, I always have that. I always have lavender. I always have a white candle. Like, all of those things can make it work with what I have. Versus trying to get too in the weeds about stuff, because then I'm too worried about the process, not the outcome. Right. And the outcome is where I want to focus that energy and that intention. If I'm too focused on the process, I'm going to screw it up.
Right. And 9 times
or dilute it.
Right. 9 times out of 10, if you focus too much on the process aspect, on making it look beautiful and having it be, you know, as my friend says, Instagram aesthetic.
No, I don't need another place to have analysis paralysis. I have it everywhere else. I do not need it in my work.
No, absolutely not. My workings are, you've seen my workings. They're chaotic. They are messy. They are trash cans at best. They're awesome. But they work. They look disgusting, but they work. And it's like, that's how my process is. Everything is just compiled into a mess. I mix it up and then I throw it into a jar and then it's done.
Ta-da! Finito.
Guys, if you could have just seen her face, she was like, ding! Just like so serious, and then smile.
I do make a lot of faces. I think that's
does.
part of the issue with me.
She does. It's great. But no, there's a lot of things about what we do and about what's out there in the world that a lot of people are just like, oh, it's simple. I can make it better. I can do all these other things. But it's like, not that simple. Yeah. I think that's what I got to say about that.
I remember when I first started, I do the whole, like, I'd seal the room and I'd do the whole calling in the elements and all the things. And I still do that if I need to for something really important. Mm-hmm. But I'm definitely now like the wipe the Cheetos off kind of gal. Who I'm like, Cheetos on my pants, let's go. Like,
banging
we ain't getting dressed for this shit.
Get the fuck out, you bitches. Like, that's how we cleanse the house here. No, it's more like along the lines of like, I cleansed a house and I'm literally going through and she's like, you're not spending enough time. And I said, I'm sorry, hold on. Are you telling me how to do my job? She goes, well, yeah. And I was like, okay. So I hand her the smudge, you know, the pine bundle that I had. I hand her what I had, which is a hawk feather, which is part of my practice. And I go, okay, you do it. No, you don't know?
Have at it.
Okay.
Have at it. Do the things.
Okay, you don't know how to do? I do. You shut up. Josh and I say that to each other all the time. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up. We don't say shut up. We say shut up.
We say you go first. Because my 4-year-old, I think at the time, was following my dad around when we were at a beach house. And so Knox was like following dad and like a shadow. And every time my dad turned around, Knox was standing there. My dad was like, what is happening? I was like, you're a person right now. Congratulations, you've been chosen. And he turned around and he was like, okay. He was like, how about I follow you for a little bit? And Knox was like, okay. And they just kind of stood there and looked at each other. And Knox just went, you go first. My dad was like, how am I supposed to follow you if I go first? And Knox was like, you go first. So now everything in our house, whenever somebody's like, oh, do you want to whatever? I'm like, yeah.
You go first.
And then there was an airplane that had go first on it at one point, and somebody sent me a photo of it, and I was like, oh, it's a you go first airplane. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it exists anymore, but the picture did, and I got it, and it's saved somewhere in my phone. So ours is you go first.
Ours is shut up, and it's literally S-U, what is it? S-H-U-D-U-P?
Yep.
Shut up.
Yep.
Just shut up.
Shud. Yes.
Shud. That's how it is. And I think the only thing recently that's happened is I've made a friend who's very, very Catholic.
And alive.
And alive, yes.
Okay, just check. I mean, given the nature, just figured I'd ask.
They have a beat. They have a cat.
Oh, a kitty.
A kitty.
That cat is the same size as my dog.
Yeah, that cat is.
Which does not make it a big cat. I just have a very small dog.
No, just a very small dog. So
He's the same size as like 2 feet in an avocado. I said that like it was a normal measure of unit of measure. I'm sorry. I just get.
I heard that is 2 ham slices and an avocado.
No, dude. He's a sandwich dog. Welcome. Not to be confused with a hot dog. That's a completely different breed, honestly.
Oh my god. So I ended up I'm all about like respecting boundaries and respecting people, and like if somebody says I'm just going to walk away, I immediately block them on all of social media except for one avenue, because I don't want to be tempted to look at their stuff. That way they're not tempted to look at my stuff, and this way we can heal and do whatever we need. So, there was a bit of a rift and there was an issue, and I needed to have that space. Well, we went to a marriage retreat this weekend, and I blocked that person on the rest of social media. And then I immediately got food poisoning because I threw out all of the boo-boo jars that I had done for them.
Yeah.
Which are some very nasty boo-boo jars. Some of them were doing some very nasty things, which are no longer going, because It's like if you're going to be upset over a situation, I'm not going to keep putting my energy into these things.
No.
So I did that, and naturally I got sick.
Of course.
Found out Uranus was going out of retrograde same weekend, because Uranus is no longer retrograde. So now everything is in direct.
Right.
So now
now we have no reasons for microwavable behavior.
Nothing in the microwave, nothing going on. And I did my research, and I was like, there is nothing in retrograde. Last night I was talking to my husband, I was like, Josh, there is nothing in retrograde. Nothing is going on. There is nothing. He's like, we can't blame it on the moon. No, we can't blame it on the moon.
You leave her alone.
What has she done to you? Poor Artemis. Anyways.
I mean, if we want to get into the history. No.
No.
That's a different podcast.
But I do have to say, as far as data work, as far as anybody telling stories or anything like that, have you seen the new Percy Jackson?
No.
Okay,
you also have to know that I'm not good at watching things. I literally am just starting something from 2019.
Okay, I'm starting on Grey's Anatomy. I'm on season 3.
Fair.
No spoilers. Nobody tell me anything.
I don't Grey's Anatomy. I only do the TikTok version of Grey's Anatomy, which is a clip here and there.
Yeah. No. That's why I wanted to get started on it. It's because I'd seen so many things. It's very good. It's very good. But it's just like the books. And they talk about the story of Medusa, which is very near and dear to my heart because of what happened to her. And they actually talk about it in the book, and they talk about it in the actual TV show. And I was like, oh my God, hold on, wait a minute. And
they saying the words and doing the things.
And I was like, oh my God, they're actually going by the
book.
The mythos.
Love that.
Yes. And so even though it's not my religion, it's still, for me, it's still considered a mythos. But I mean, per that religion, that's how that deity goes through that. And I'm sitting here going, oh my God, what about Hades? And then that story came up, and I was like, oh my God, this is great.
This is great.
I was so happy. So, I mean, if you haven't watched Percy, you should.
I definitely should. I just finished, so I'm being really good about my self-care right now, and I got one of those little TikTok-y stepper things. And
love that. Oh, the one that you were standing on the other day. Okay.
I'm a few pounds down, which is really nice, and I've been doing it consistently, and it's only taken like 15-20 minutes a day. It's wonderful.
Can you send me that link?
I definitely will.
Okay.
Got it on Amazon. So I I'm only watching certain shows when I do the stepper as like my motivation to continue to do the stepper because I want to watch the show.
Mhm.
So I started with Alexander the Great, which just came out on Netflix, which was fabulous. It's like a documentary and a reenactment all in one, beautifully done. And then I followed it up with Queen Cleopatra, and that was beautiful.
Okay, they're both on Netflix.
Yes, finished it yesterday.
Pardon
And
me while
I'm
I go to
just
Netflix.
starting the Roman Empire right now. So I started Roman Empire today.
So Cleopatra.
Yep, Queen Cleopatra, Alexander the Great, and then I'm doing Roman Empire. I'll TBD if that one's good, but it's got 3 seasons in it of like limited episodes, which is nice.
Roman Empire.
But I think Alexander the Great had like 6 episodes. I think that Cleopatra had 4.
Okay. There's
and I
also
learned
one
so
called
much to the point that I was just like, every time I got done, I was like, "Have you heard?" And like retold the entire episode.
Okay, and
he was like, I don't even have to like watch this. You're just telling me what happened. I was like, exactly. Just please listen to me and let me regurgitate what I found out.
Alexander Making of a God.
Yes.
Okay, because that's the only one I was like, I'm not sure.
And I think that one just came out too. I think that was a 2024 one. And,
there's one that's
Cleopatra's 2023.
There's one that's on my list, and it's called Rise of Empires, Ottoman.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Okay, that's on my list.
But it's on mine too. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. The one that I just finished, which is true crime. A lot of my stuff recently has been binging the rest of that's on my Netflix list, is American Nightmare.
Oh, I watched that one. And I did actually see Lover, Stalker, Killer.
How was it?
Called it in the first 3 minutes and then spent the entire rest of the time going, I knew it.
Right. I was saying the same thing.
I am the worst person to watch true crime with because I will tell you what my full thought process is of what happened, who did it, and how they're going to find out at the very beginning. And then I will spend the rest of the time questioning myself.
The other one that I watched was American Murder, The Family Next Door.
Yeah, I watched that one too. We watched too many of those.
I
mean, I'm in the right place though, so it's fine.
Right. The Mind of Aaron Hernandez, the Gabriel.
Yep.
I'm not even going to talk about that because the Gabriel Fernandez case, that I sobbed for days. And it's a rough one. He was gone. He was out in the field. He felt terrible. But he came home.
Was he on drill?
No, he was just out in the field, you know.
Oh, dang.
And you do that, you know, it just happens.
Yeah.
What else? I'm looking. Oh, because there's a thing called Watch Again. It just got so quiet.
Means there's a predator around. It's me. Hi. I did have lunch. It's not me.
You're the problem. It's you. When Missing Turns to Murder. I've been watching that. We talked about before about Escaping Twin Flames.
Oh God, yeah.
So
that one still haunts my dreams.
We talked about it previously on an old episode, which I did have to delete the old episodes because, you know, copyright issues. But can we just say there are such a thing as soulmates, twin flames, and true loves? They're all different things.
They're all very different things. Stop confusing the 3.
Yeah, do your research before. And if you have questions, you can always reach out. Like, we have ways for you guys to reach out and everything like that.
Man, we're happy. Like, I'm a human who loves having conversations, right? Like, I have an entire group dedicated to the fact that I just want to talk to people. It's not for me.
You just opened
because
it.
I wanted to have space.
It's mantra. It's mantra.
Mantra, yeah.
Mantra. It's mantra.
Mantra. I love mantra. Only because it's a passion project of mine that I've missed talking to people about the ins and outs of like getting started and continuing whatever your practice is and safe spirituality. Like those are all the things that I super miss. That's why I have the group. But I have it so that people can ask the stinking questions that they want to ask and not feel silly about it. Like, what crystal's good for this? Or like, how do I cleanse the tarot deck? Or, you know, how do I get into runes or start with a pendulum? All of those questions are things that people are like, I could Google, but also I'm going to get 87 answers. I'll give you my answers and the answers that I deem to be healthy and safe and those sorts of things that aren't going to like culturally appropriate things that we're not supposed to do.
Right. I mean, I had somebody that's in your group that actually reached out to me on Instagram.
Good.
And they started following me and they were like, hey, I have a question about the type of practice that you have. And I was like,
yeah,
wonderful. What type of questions do you have? I would love to share it with you. And she just asked,
Let me tell you everything.
Right. And she just asked basic questions. And it was like, I love to be able to communicate this kind of stuff with you.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
It's great.
So, just to say, if anyone has questions, we have literal answers. And if I don't have an answer, I will find somebody who can give you an answer that is a human.
That is true. Yes.
Makes sense to me.
Well, I had fun today.
I always have fun with you. It's a great time.
It's
I
a
also
great
am
time.
sorry for the unhinged things that come out of my mouth. I can't help it.
I'm not sorry. This entire podcast is unhinged.
I know, but we started off a little rough.
Nah, I mean, okay, just a little bit.
That was unhinged even for me. And it was a complete accident.
But I mean, Meg's gonna be here for, a couple of episodes here and there every so often. And when she can come on a true crime episode, she will.
Oh, she totally will. She just apparently has taken on 3 jobs in the role of motherhood. So,
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't a surprise. I grew all 3 children.
Right.
But
She has little
they keep
spawn
showing
legs
up.
running around. Oh, they're tentacles. That's what children have, right? Tentacles.
My tiny little Cthulhu's.
They really are the cutest kids, though.
They do their best.
They do. But as always, keep staying spooky. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Next time on the Pandemonium Witches.
Who survived.
Stabbed?
Then he later reported he had killed so many that he lost count. He killed most victims in his home, his truck, or in a secluded area.
Okay.
Most of the bodies were not discovered until only bones remained, and at least 2 bodies are still listed as Jane Does.